Just taking a moment to settle down, palms facing up towards the sky, lying in Shavasana. And from here, we're going to take a nice long deep breath in. And then as we exhale, just feel yourself just dropping down into the earth. And the shoulders are dropping down into the earth and the hands just moving away from the body and letting the feet flop out to the side as we lie here in Shavasana. Letting yourself release. And start to listen to the sound of your breath here. So we're moving from autumn, aren't we? We've just moved from autumn into winter. And it's time, they call it Advent, don't they? So we've come through this Advent, and Advent means actually something's coming, and what is coming is the light. So the light is coming back. So this in November, in December, and maybe into January, this is kind of like when the darkest time of the year, really, the most dark time of the year for us. I always think of the yin and the yang circle, and I always think within the dark, there's always that spot of light. And in the light, there's always that spot of dark. So in this dark night, and today it has been pretty dark all day, hasn't it? So I like to think about the light and the light within us. And we all have our own light. And today we're going to think about our solar plexus being our internal light. So as we lie here, I want you to take the awareness down into your solar plexus. Keep those shoulders dropping down into the earth. Now, as we breathe in, feel the belly really expanding up into your clothes, really. And then as you exhale, just keep breathing all the way out. And just imagine that you're drawing that navel all the way down into the spine. So it's coming all the way back down into the spine. And then pause in here. And then again, take another nice long, deep breath in, breathing in. And then as you exhale, just breathing all the way out. And breathe all the way out until you feel that you can't breathe out anymore. And the navel's pulled right the way back towards the spine. So just breathing in, breathing out. And start to listen to the sound of the breath here. Starting to use that ujjayi breath, almost like the sound of the ocean. And when we come into winter, we also work with the water element as well. So kind of like feel that flow of energy, feel that flow of that breath. Feel the fluid movement as your belly rises up and down here on the earth. And we're going to take the hands onto the belly so we can feel that belly just moving, just easing. And as we breathe, you can feel the back pressing into the earth. And then as you exhale, just releasing. So just breathing in and breathing out. So already you might start to feel that breath is starting to warm your body. Maybe already you can feel that warmth just generating. And just imagine that warmth just kind of circulating out into your body, just warming into your fingers, warming into your toes. And all the way up to the crown of the head. And keep those shoulders just dropping down on the earth. And then from here, we're going to breathe in. We're going to lift the arms up towards the sky. And taking the arms over the crown of the head, taking the hands back behind you. And as we breathe in, kind of activate, stretch into those fingers, stretch into those toes. and activate through the solar plexus, the center of your core, your own little sun within your body. Just stretch in, feel that length in the belly, and then exhale, and then let the arms just drop down by the sides of your body. And then again, so just feel the whole of the body weighted down onto the floor, breathing in, taking the arms up and over the head, stretch into the fingers, stretching into the toes, and then exhale, let those arms come all the way down by the sides. And again, breathing in, lifting those arms all the way up. Now this time, linking the fingers, turn the palms away, turn the toes up, press into the soles of the feet. So we can just feel that whole length of the body here, just wiggling around, keeping that chin tucked in, holding it here. Pointing to the fingers, pointing to the toes as we open up through the body. And then exhale, bend those knees. And bring the knees, the arms all the way down by the sides. Now, bring the feet in quite close, press into the arms, roll the lower body into the air. And then just start to lift up into your bridge, press down. If you've got anything underneath your head, just removing that. Lift up. Take the arms up over the head, stretch into that solar plexus. Exhale and just roll in all the way down through the body. Press through the feet, bring the arms down by the sides. Press the hands into the earth, roll the lower back into the earth. Peeling all the way up. Lifting the arms up over the head, stretch into the fingers. Exhale and just roll in all the way through and down. Bring the arms all the way down by the sides. Breathing in, roll through the lower back, pressing all the way up. Lifting those arms all the way up over the head. Stretch it, hold it here. And then exhale again, just roll in all the way through and down. Pick the knees up, bring the knees in towards the chest and lift the head up towards the knees. Taking those legs up towards the sky, sweep those arms up above the head. Exhale, sweep the arms round by the side. Hug the knees in towards the chest. And then breathe in, taking the arms up and over the head. And exhale, bring those knees in towards the chest. From here, we're going to rock up, just coming up, lifting those feet, lifting those arms, holding it here, lifting onto the bottom. And exhale, bring the toes down, lift the chest, open the heart. So we've got the feet on the floor, open the heart. Exhale, roll, bring the knees in towards the chest. Take the arms over the head, take the feet up towards the sky. Stretch into the fingers, stretch into those toes. Exhale, lifting all the way up. Stretching, lift the legs, whoop, lift the arms, hold it here in the belly. And then exhale, bend those knees. And coming down, taking those arms all the way up above the head. Exhale, suck those knees in, hold onto those knees and breathe in. And lifting the legs up, lifting the chest. And then from here, bring the toes down onto the floor. So the toe, just the tips of the toes, not the heels. And we're going to breathe in, we're going to exhale, bring the left elbow back. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, right elbow comes back. And breathe in and lift. Exhale, left elbow comes back. And lift on those toes. Exhale, right elbow. And breathe. This time we're going to twist and hold it here. Just hold that left elbow just a little inch above the floor. Hold it. And then come up. And then exhale, right elbow comes just an inch above the floor. Hold it there. And breathe in and come forward. Exhale, cross those legs. Lift both arms up towards the sky. Taking those hands round behind, bring those hands into prayer behind your back. So if you can't get the hands into prayer behind your back, just hold on to the elbows, then lift the chest and the heart forward And then letting the body fold forward. And that head comes down towards the earth. Drop the chin down. And then breathe in and lifting all the way up. Take the arms up towards the sky. Bring the hands down the center of the body, and then we're going to come onto the hands and onto the knees. Place those hands underneath those shoulders. And breathe in, chest and heart comes forward into your cat pose. Exhale, pull up through the navel. Really feel that you're lifting and drawing up through the navel. And then from here, breathing in, chest and heart comes forward. And exhale. And just rolling through, press into those hands. Breathe in, bring the chest and the heart forward. Tuck the toes under. Push back into downward facing dog. Letting the head hang here. And then just walking through those legs, opening up through the backs of the legs. Feel that length from the hips to the armpits, down into the hands. And just pressing through, walking through those feet. So we're kind of opening up, enlivening into those legs, bring a bit of energy into those legs. Especially if you've been sitting down all day and you feel a bit stagnant in your body. So just moving. From here, we're going to lift the right leg all the way up behind you. So just lifting that right leg in. We're going to kind of cycle this leg. So we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. So draw the right knee in towards the chest. And then you kind of like push back and take, so you keep the right knee in towards, so you kind of come forward a little bit, then keep that right leg in towards the chest, and then take the leg up, cycle it in towards the chest, and round, and then again, cycling it in towards the chest, and this time, just bring that foot to the outside. Place that foot on the outside of the right hand. Now pull the chest and the heart forward. So we get a nice deep stretch. So the right foot is on the outside of the right hand. Bring the right knee down onto the floor and pull that chest and the heart forward. Take that left hand slightly out to the left side. Bring the right hand onto the right knee and just press that right knee open. So just opening, roll that right shoulder back. Lift that right arm up towards the sky, stretch into that right hand. Drop this right hand round to the left buttock and then bend that left knee and see if you can take hold of those toes. Don't worry if you can't get hold of those toes. Push that right knee forward, push the chest and the heart forward and hold it here just for a moment. And then exhale, bring that right hand all the way down. In between the legs, bring both elbows down onto the floor and pull that chest and heart forward. If you can't get both elbows on the floor, maybe use a brick underneath your elbows, that's fine to do that. Or coming onto the hands, but just trying to keep even as you pull that chest and heart forward. And then breathe in, walk those hands back, slightly walk the right knee in, pull the chest and the heart forward, lift that right knee off of the floor, push back, straighten into that right leg, bend that right knee, breathe in, chest and heart comes forward, slide that right leg back up towards the sky, opening through that right leg. Bring the knee in towards the chest again, so we come forward, and then keeping that knee in, cycle it back like we did before. Exhale, bring that knee in, and cycle back. And then bring that knee in, and then just taking that right foot across the body into our pigeon legs. So just coming down into pigeon, and if you want to here, you can just place a blanket or a block or a brick underneath that right hip here. Sliding out through that left leg. Pull that chest and heart forward. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. And if you want to extend those hands out, or just taking the hands down, let the head come down. Now tuck the back toe under and feel yourself like you're pushing that back toe away. And as we breathe in, the chest and the heart comes forward. And we sink down into that hip. And then from here, very gently lifting up, we're going to weight into that left elbow. Take the right hand onto the floor and then just roll that right shoulder up towards the sky. Taking that right hand up towards the sky, lift that right arm up. Reach right out of that right hand. Drop the hand around behind, take hold of the left foot again. You might find that easier. Push that foot away into that hand. And then from here, breathe in and lift in that right hand. Bring the right hand onto the floor, walk both hands all the way back, lifting the chest and the heart forward, opening through the heart. Draw that left hip down into the earth, lift and open the chest. Breathing in, exhale, lower the chest down towards the earth, and then kind of roll through the back as we lift up through the heart. And lifting the head, pull the chest and the heart forward and bring that chest down towards the earth. And then from here, just rolling all the way up, lift and open the heart space. Tuck the left toe underneath. From here, we're going to breathe in, lifting up into our downward facing dog. Press back into downward facing dog. Come forward. Just ripple forward, bend the knees, push the bottom all the way back. Ripple through, forward through the body. And bend the knees and push back. Lift the bottom high, ripple through. Bring the knees down onto the floor, bring the chest down onto the floor. And lifting up. You don't have to come very high, you can keep it low. Keep that chest and heart moving forward. Tuck the toes under, let the chest come down, push through plank into downward facing dog. From here, draw the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that right foot forward in between the hands. So that right foot can come forward. Exhale, bring the hands all the way round to the center. Push the heels out, coming all the way up, lift the body up, bring both arms up towards the sky, stretch out into those fingers, push into those heels, take those hands all the way round behind you, link those fingers, the hands link behind, exhale, we're going to hinge forward, so just letting the weight come forward, all the way down, head comes down, arms come up towards the sky, letting the head drop. Listen to the sound of the breath here. And then from here, let the hands come all the way down towards the earth. Lifting the chest and the heart, walk over to that left leg. Let that left hand move all the way around, circling that arm all the way through. Breathing in, circling that left arm up and over. And circling that left arm all the way up and over. Bring that left hand down onto the floor. Press back into downward facing dog. Hold it here in your downward facing dog. And just easing through those heels. Just pushing down into those heels. Haggling through those feet. So we're going to do that whole little sequence on the left hand side. So from here, we're going to lift the left leg up behind you. So lifting that left leg all the way up. And then we're going to breathe in, press into the foot, bring the knee in towards the chest, kind of like come forward a little bit. And then push back into downward dog. Keep the knee in towards the chest as you push back into downward dog. And then lifting that leg up and then kind of like scooping it round and back in towards the chest as you come back into plank slightly. Good. And then push back, keeping the knee in towards the chest, and then open the leg and scooping it all the way around. Brilliant, lovely. So you're kind of like cycling that leg. And then breathe in, bring that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Just pushing forward and just dropping into that hip, into that right hip. Bring the right knee down onto the floor and the right toes are going to come flat. We're going to bring the elbows down onto the floor. Pull the chest and the heart forward. So we're getting right down deep into those hips, into that gecko pose or lizard pose. Chest and heart comes forward. Watch that knee doesn't kind of roll out too much. And breathe in and exhale. And then from here, lift up on the hands. Take the right hand out, take the left toes all the way out. Breathe in, lifting that left arm up towards the sky. Roll into this right shoulder, stretching that arm. Now taking this hand round the back, bend that right leg, take hold of the right toes. Just notice this is probably harder than the next pose when we bend the leg. So just notice you don't have to bend that leg to hold on to those toes. Really lift that left shoulder up, keep those toes down if you want to, or bend the leg and hold onto the toes. Bring that left arm all the way down and over. Walk those left toes in a little bit. Tuck the back toes under. We're going to come up and we're going to take that left leg up. We're going to take that left leg back up towards the sky. So just lifting that left leg all the way up towards the sky. And then from here, bring that knee in towards the nose. Just come forward, cycling it back and up. Bring the knee in towards the chest, come forward, pushing back, cycling it up and back and in towards the chest. Cycling it through. And then from here, bring that left leg across the body. Left knee out to the side, extend back into the right leg. Hands, bring the elbows down onto the floor here. And the chest and the heart comes forward, roll into those shoulders. And then exhale, let the hands come down, the head come down even. And just extending back into that right leg. So tucking the back toe under, extend out into that leg again, drop into this left hip. Breathe into that opening of that left hip. And then lift up onto the elbows. So we're going to take this right elbow across the body. Let that right hip slightly drop down. Bring that left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, taking that left hand round. Oh, actually, we're not going to take the left hand round to the left foot, are we? We're going to bend the right leg, hold on to the right leg. That's a lot easier. You've probably got more chance of getting hold of the foot now. That's it. Lovely, Sarah. Good. So just be careful. Bending that knee if you can. And press the foot into the hand so it really kind of lifts that shoulder up and out. And then from here, bring that left hand all the way through. From here, we're going to walk the hands back, lifting the chest and the heart high. Sink into that left hip, extend out into that right leg. Breathe in as we exhale, let the head come down towards the earth and then roll through the body. Now through the lumbar, through the shoulders. Breathe in, come forward, chest and heart comes forward. Exhale, rolling all the way up. And exhale, come all the way forward. From here, tucking the back toe under. We're going to breathe in. We're going to push back into your downward facing dog. Turn that tailbone up towards the sky. Let the head hang down. Come forward, ripple into your plank. Exhale, bend the knees, push it back. Nice and fluid as we come through. And exhale, and pushing back. Breathing in, coming forward, being nice and fluid. Either come down through Chaturanga Dandasana or bring the knees onto the floor. Let the body come down. Lift the chest and the heart. Soften into those hips. Exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up here. So just bring that left leg all the way up. Exhale, bring that left foot forward in between the hands. Straighten that left leg. Walk the hands all the way round to the center. Breathe in, lifting those arms all the way up towards the sky. Stretch those arms all the way up. Take the hands behind you into reverse prayer. Bring the palms together, lift and open the heart. From here, we're going to come forward. So letting the head come down towards the earth. You can bend those knees if you want to, or you can keep the legs straight as you come down. Good, lovely. And just letting the head drop down. Let the chest and the heart pull down towards the earth. And then drop the hands down onto the floor. Walk round to this right leg, bend this right leg, left hand on the floor or onto a brick if you're using a brick. Let the right arm circle all the way up. Exhale, bring that right hand all the way down onto the floor. Step forward with that back leg. Release the head. And breathe in, lifting halfway up. And exhale. Bend those knees. Breathe in, lifting those arms up towards the sky. Stretch and lengthen. Press those palms away and push up into those hands. Take the hands round behind you. Bring the hands back into prayer behind you. Lift and open the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Bend those knees and then just easing down. So you can bend those knees and come down. You can keep the back straight there if you want to, the legs straight there if you want to keep the legs straight. Or you can bend the knees and then once you're down, then you can straighten into those legs and come forward. Press the palms together, pull the shoulders back so the heart comes down. And find the breath, that flow of that breath. And then bend those knees. Breathe in, lift those arms all the way up towards the sky and lift that left leg up towards the sky at the same time. Exhale, from here we're going to take the arms behind. We're going to extend that left leg out behind you. So bring the chest and the heart forward. And then breathe in, coming back up. Lift the arms, bring that leg back up. Exhale, taking the arms out to the sides. Taking that leg back. And breathe in, lift in. Be aware of that work onto that right leg. Stretching through. Now this time we're going to exhale. We're going to bring the hands down onto the floor. Step back nice and deep into that left leg. Now you might want to have maybe a brick around. It's up to you. So we're going to bend nice and deep. Now drop the back heel down onto the floor. So you really feel that you're pressing down through that left leg. And the chest and the heart is coming forward and that front knee is bent. From here, we're going to take that left arm, sweep that left arm all the way up into your exalted warrior. Now take this right hand over the back and bring the left hand to join. So you come into Gomukhasana, arms, Bending into that front knee, lift up through that right elbow. And from the right elbow, find that length through into the right hip. And just holding it here, nice and long. Now from here, we're going to breathe in, lift the right arm up, the left arm comes down. Exhale, coming over, let the right elbow come onto the knee and the left arm comes through. Stretching into that left arm. Roll that left shoulder all the way back. Press into the outside edge of that left foot. And then from here, breathing in, let that right arm come up towards the sky. And coming back into those Gomukhasana arms. Right elbow up, left elbow down. Pull the chest and the heart forward. Bending into that knee. And then from here, breathe in, lifting that right arm. Taking that right hand, we're going to take the right hand down to the outside edge of that right leg. Take the left arm over so you come into Parsvakonasana. So the right hand's behind the right foot, opening into that left side of the body. And then from here, breathe in, press into the right foot. The right arm comes up towards the sky. Turn both feet forward, so they come onto the long side edge of the mat. Bring that right hand back into that left hand again, so where it was, where it's been. Right hand into the left hand. From here, we're going to come forward and we're going to look to bring the right hand down onto the earth. So press into those heels, bend those knees, and then from here, coming all the way down. Letting that right elbow come down towards the earth. And that left elbow presses up towards the sky. Find if you can. Push back. Straighten into those legs. Press into that right hip. Now release the hands. Bring the right hand down onto the floor. Stretch that right arm forward. And then just look underneath that right armpit. Slide that left hand down and it reaches back behind you in between the legs as you just hold it here. And then exhale, bring that left hand forward. Bring the right hand back, bring the hands together, walk both hands all the way around to that left foot. Bring the right hand onto the floor. Sweep that left arm all the way up towards the sky. Bring that left hand round, sweeping that left arm all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, bring that left hand round. Breathe in, lifting that left arm all the way up towards the sky. Bring that left hand down. Now bring it onto the inside of the left foot. Keeping it nice and weighted down into the hips. Drop that right heel down onto the floor. This left arm's going to kind of come through around the back of this left foot. Bring the right hand, so we're still in Parsvakonasana, we're kind of in that Parsvakonasana. Lift the right arm up towards the sky. Take the right hand round behind the back and then bind with the left hand, rolling back, dipping deep into that left leg. Holding it here. That's it, good, Joanna. So the arm comes, that's it, brilliant. And roll back, good. Lovely. And just rolling that shoulder, feel that work into that left thigh. And then from here, we're going to exhale, bring that right hand all the way down onto the floor. Left hand onto the floor, step back into your plank. Push back into dog. Ripple forward into plank. Bend the knees, push back, ripple back. Roll through the body, coming forward. Bend in the knees, pushing back. Breathe in, come forward, either coming down through chaturanga or knees, nose, chest, lifting up into up dog or cobra. Push back into your downward facing dog. And just letting the head hang, press out into those feet. Good. Really turn that tailbone up. Even come right up onto the tips of the toes, and then see how high you can push the bottom back, and that kind of really gives you some openness into the hamstrings. So we're kind of working quite strong into the hamstrings today. So we kind of need that lift. And then bend those knees, look forward, walk, step or jump in between the hands. Releasing the head all the way down. Breathe in, lifting halfway up. Exhale. Breathe in, lifting those arms up towards the sky. Stretch up into those fingers. Press out into those fingers. Press down into the feet. Feel the shoulders relaxing here. Bring the right knee up. As we exhale, take the arms back. Bring that right leg up behind you. Stretch out. And then breathe in. Come back. Lifting that right knee up. Take the arms out to the sides. Bring that right leg up. Whoops. And then from here, breathe in, bring that right leg all the way up. Exhale from here, we're going to take the hands down. Drop the hands down. Drop the back heel down onto the floor. Bring that right arm so that right arm comes through. Sweep that right arm all the way up and over. Looking down this right hand and then turn the head to look up. Bend that left arm, take that right arm all the way round behind. The left arm comes over the head, the right arm comes through. Press out into the back foot, bend into that left knee. And breathe in here. If you've got a strap and you want to use a strap, you can use a strap here. Then from here, we're going to release that left arm. Bring that left arm to rest on that left knee. Bring the right arm up and over into modified Parsvakonasana. Keep bending deep into that left knee. Press into the outside edge of the right leg. Roll the ribs up towards the sky. Breathe. And then from here, breathe in, spinning around, lifting that left arm all the way up towards the sky. Bring that left elbow down, bring that right arm up and through again. Bending that left knee deep, nice and deep. Listen to the flow of that breath. And then from here, breathing in, coming forward. Now taking this left hand behind the left foot. Now if you've got a brick, you might want to take your hand on a brick. Otherwise, just bring the right arm up, dropping deep into that right hip, stretch and roll the ribs, holding it there. Keep down nice and low, get that knee bent, bottom down. Breathe in, press into that left leg. Losing my balance today. And then bring that left arm back, coming into that Gomukhasana. Use a strap if you want to. Turn both feet to the long side of the mat. So facing the long edge of the mat here, both feet face the long edge. And then exhale, both feet facing forward. Come down, bring the elbow down to the floor. So you might find that, because this is a harder side for most of us, you might lose the hands, but that's fine. If you do, you can use a strap. Otherwise, just bringing that left elbow down onto the floor. So the left elbow comes forward. That's it, lovely, good. So the right elbow is facing up, the left elbow is pointing down to the earth. Just feel that flow of breath in your body and energy in your body. And then from here, we're going to release the left hand down onto the floor. Extend that left arm out. Look under the left armpit. Release the right arm. Take the right arm through. Legs nice and strong and straight here. So finding your balance. So you've got 4 points down on the floor now. You've got your feet and your hands So you should be feeling quite strong and stable. You can maybe even like rock around a little bit here. And then from here, breathing in, bring both hands up, walk both hands. Now bring that right foot, so the right foot faces over to the right. Bring the hands down onto the inside. We're going to take the right hand round behind and bend it through. Take the left arm up and over. You can take either, you can use a strap here if you want to. The left arm comes up and over, the right arm comes back. Try not to lean forward into it. Try and roll back and dropping into that right knee here. Bind in if you can. Listen to the sound of the breath. Bend nice and deep into that leg. Just hold it here for a couple more breaths. And then releasing the hands all the way down. Walking those hands round to that right leg. Straighten into the right leg. Head to knee. Bend that right leg. Press back into your downward facing dog. Press the tailbone. Ripple forward into a plank. Bend the knees, push the weight back. Ripple forward into a plank. Bend the knees and pushing back. Breathing in, rippling forward into a plank, either coming down through Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, nose, chest, lifting, opening the heart here. And then exhale, bend those knees, sit all the way back. Let the hips drop down towards the heels. Extend those hands out in front of you. Slide the hands all the way back so we're sitting up nice and tall. Bring those arms up towards the sky. Link those fingers, push those palms up. Ease over to the right hand side. And then coming back and ease over to the left hand side. And breathing in, coming back. Exhale, let the hands drop all the way down to the earth. Come forward a little bit, keeping those toes, so the toes are still tucked under, you're sitting on those toes, or you're sitting on the heels, toenails on the floor. So then from here, pull the knees in towards the chest, roll over those toes, and then just push the legs up towards the sky. And letting the head release down here. Maybe even holding onto those elbows as we sway from side to side. And then bend those knees. Breathe in, lift those arms all the way up towards the sky. Linking those fingers. Turn the palms all the way up. Just easing over to the right hand side. And coming back, easing over to the left hand side. And breathe in and coming back, let the hands just release all the way down. Stand here in Tadasana, mountain pose. So from here, we're going to come forward and we're going to work with Natarajasana. So just take the hands onto the hips to start with, press down. And we can kind of like feel ourselves grounding here into the earth. And then we feel ourselves lifting all the way up to the crown. And we can kind of push down into those hips with those hands as well. We're going to lift the right leg all the way up. Stretch into the right leg, bring that right leg forward. Roll through that right foot, reach round, hold onto that left leg behind you. Lift the right arm up towards the sky. And then we're going to ease forward. Push that hand into the foot as you come forward into Natarajasana. Cosmic dancer pose or Lord of the Dance pose. So this is really good. It kind of like really tones through the abdominals. It strengthens into the wrists. It strengthens into the back, works the glutes. Lift the chest, lift that leg up as high as possible. And then from here, breathe in, come forward. Bring both arms up, bring that left leg forward. Stretch forward, reach, roll through that left foot. Breathing in, reach round with that right hand. Press into that right foot. And then just easing forward. Take your time, don't rush it. Feel yourself really grounded. So this pose is so good for lots of different things in our body. Really works into the back, strengthens our back, so we're lifting. Opens up into the quads, works into the hamstring, so on the supporting leg, hamstring, the back leg, the hamstring and the quadricep. So standing nice and tall. And then from here, we're going to breathe in and we're going to come down. Bring that right leg forward. Step forward with that right leg. Lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, let the hands come all the way down towards the earth. Release the head down. Lengthen through the body. So from here, we're going to step back into a downward dog. Press that tailbone high. Let the head come down. Breathe in, come forward into plank, either lowering down through chaturanga or knees, nose, chest. And then we're going to lower ourselves all the way down onto the earth here. And just rolling from side to side. Pull those shoulders back, chest and heart comes forward. Press the tailbone into the earth. Come up into Sphinx pose. So come onto the elbows. Press in the tops of the feet, the tops of the legs and the pubic bone into the floor and the elbows into the floor. Lift the legs a little bit higher. Pull the chest and the heart forward and lift those legs. Now bend those legs. We're going to reach round with our hands and push into the feet into the hands. Now you know that the good alternative here, and I know some of you do it in this class, yeah, is just to take one leg and roll onto the side. Otherwise, coming right the way up. Good, lovely. Holding it here. And then exhale and release all the way down. Shake the hips out. We're going to do that 2 more times. So if you do it on one side, do it on the other side next time. And then if you want to, on the 3rd time, you can just come into a Sphinx pose or you can just bend those knees. Okay, so from here, we're going to breathe in, bring the hands this time underneath the chest, lift up, lift the legs, and then bend those legs in, reach round, hold onto those feet, and push away. And just watch those shoulders. So we're not kind of working it, pulling into the shoulders. We're kind of like lifting up and away and hold it there. And just breathe in, lovely, good. And then exhale and release in all the way down. Let the body come down. Let the hips shake out. Just turn the head on one side. Take a little moment here just to feel what's going on with the body. And then from here, come up onto the elbows. Now, if you want to, and particularly if you haven't had any dinner yet, this is probably okay to do. If you've had dinner, just be careful. So we're going to take, I've got a blanket here, but you can take a cushion or a block or anything you want. And I'm just going to take it so it comes kind of like under my ribs. This isn't very big. I could probably do something a little bit bigger, but I'm just going to stick with this today. So making sure the legs feel nice and loose. And then bend those knees so you feel that you're kind of elevated through the chest already. And then reach one hand round and the other hand. Now, if you're doing an alternative, you can do this and you can come up to here without holding onto the feet. But otherwise, taking hold of the feet and then lifting up and trying to pull the knees down onto the earth, and that'll pull the chest up a little bit higher. Really feel that you're elongating, keeping it there just for a moment. Really feel that you're elongating through the spine. Trying not to kind of like just fold on one part of the spine. Really feel that you're lifting and then lengthening up through the chest and up through the crown. Lovely. And then breathe in and release all the way down onto the earth. Just letting yourself just drop down, shaking into those hips. So as we've done a nice strong back bend, we need to kind of counterpose that with a nice strong forward bend. So we're going to work into it first of all. So take the hands underneath the shoulders, press into the hands, a lesser back bend. Come into that cat pose, a lesser back bend. Exhale, roll through. The small forward fold. And then breathe in, come into that little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Pull the hips back, but not all the way back. And breathe in, chest and heart comes forward. Exhale, tuck the toes under, roll all the way back, bring the hands back and just push back so those knees are coming out to the sides and the hips are dropping back. Okay, lovely. So we're into a nice deep squat. Let me just pull my trousers up, they're falling down. Right. Okay, so into a nice deep squat. The hands are reaching forward. And you can drop back into those heels there if you want to drop back into those heels. Maybe bring the palms together, just get a little bit deeper into those hips. And then from here, let the hands come down. So we're kind of really folding forward. And again, not a good one to do if you've had your dinner recently. So we're going to come into Bakasana and we're going to come from above. So let the hands come onto the floor. Lift the tailbone. Remember, you've got cushions and pillows around that you can use underneath your head if you feel a little bit dubious about this pose, or but you really need to, it's kind of like a leap of faith into this pose. And then from here, we're going to come up onto the toes. Really power up through those insoles. Bend those knees, drop down, place those hands on the floor. Breathe in, use that little cat movement as the chest comes in. Exhale, round through into that little cat movement. Keep that tailbone tucked in, but pull the chest and the ribs forward. So you've got the tailbone tucked in, the chest comes forward. Shift in the weight, and when you're ready, lifting those toes off the floor and then see if you can hold it there. Keep looking forward. That's it, lovely. Holding it here. Use your core, but make sure you're coming. If you fall out of it, don't try to just sort of come up into it. Go back through the process. Breathe into it. Really power into those hands. Shift the weight forward. Squeeze the arms into the legs. That's a good tip. Squeeze the arms into the legs and the legs into the arms as you hold it there. That's it. Good. Lovely. Give it another go there, Janice. Look forward. Look forward. Lift the bottom up a little bit higher. Shift the weight. Yeah. It's always good when you get there. Okay, so from here, let's come down. Let's just bring the bottom down onto the floor. Bring those knees in, extend those legs up, lift in the chest. And then bring those knees down onto the floor. Take the hands around behind, lift the chest up, drop the knees over to the right hand side. So it's like a little back extension and a twist. Look over the left shoulder. And then come back, roll over to the left, look over to the right. And come back to the center. Over to the right, look over to the left. And then come back to the center, over to the left, look over to the right. And then come back to the center. Just shift down the mat, bring the knees in towards the chest. And then we're going to circle those knees. And just notice how the sacrum feels, how your body feels after that practice. And then taking the legs in the opposite direction. From here, take the arms out to the sides, drop the knees over to the right, look to the left. So it's similar to what we've just done, just a little bit deeper. You might get a few more cricks into the back. Breathe into that left side of the body. Breathe in, come back to the center, bring the knees over to the left. Look over to the right hand side. And then breathe in. And then come back. Bring those feet onto the floor. And if you want, you can keep the knees bent here. We've done quite a few back bends, but if you want to extend the legs out, you can extend the legs out. You can pop a blanket over the top of you and keep those shoulders just relaxing. So the legs can be extended out, or you can bend those knees. It's entirely up to you. You can turn lights off. Just take a moment to settle here on the earth. I'm just going to turn a few lights off because I know I'm quite a bright little light in the corner there, aren't I? So take a nice long, deep breath in. And just sigh the breath away. And again, take a nice long, deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Just sigh the breath away here. Feel your body dropping down into the earth. Feel your body just melting, as if you were thawing out and your body's just rippling and melting and your skin's expanding around you. Feel the skin melting from your face. Feel that breath just softening your body now. And take a few moments now just to be still, to be quiet, to release, to relax, and to let go. Take a nice long, deep breath in through the nose. Just allow it to flow in through the body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Just allow the body to awaken, stretch, move. Just do what feels right for you in this moment. And then just tugging the knees in towards the chest, rocking the knees from side to side. And then rocking over onto the side and just coming up into a seated position, taking your time. Just very slowly coming all the way up, sitting nice and tall. From here, we're going to breathe in, lift both arms all the way up towards the sky. Draw the palms together, bring the thumbs into the heart. Look down towards the fingers. And breathe in and lift in the head. And thank you very much for your practice this evening. Om Shanti.